Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Mental Garage. We're back on the manual Falcon drift car build. Don't know what episode we're up to because I've been working 12-hour days, 7 days a week for the past few weeks now, and I've got a whole heap of cars in the workshop which I still got to get done. Stuff's been crazy, life's been crazy, but Friday night, got a couple of the boys coming around. Friday nights are usually boys' night. We come down to the workshop, hang out, get some food, whatever. But yeah, tonight we're just going to grab some food. The boys are going to come around. We're going to take the gearbox out the car tonight and start installing a clutch. So I've never done a clutch before. Don't know how this is going to go, if I'm going to do it all wrong or if it's going to take me ages to do. But hope you guys enjoy, and I hope I don't stuff anything up and get it done properly the first time. So we'll see how we go. Gearbox is coming back out. Alright, so here we are. So clutch is from TI Performance. That's where we bought the clutch from. It is an extreme clutch. It is a ceramic clutch. I think it's a button clutch as well. I think that's what they call them, the ceramic button clutch. So yeah, I don't know. I've never really done a clutch before, but I guess that's, you know, the clutch plate or whatever. And then we got that as well. So. And it looks like we've got a little installation pin and a few bearings as well to put in place as well. So I don't know, I'm sort of just going to do this as I see it. I'm going to take this gearbox out and obviously see where everything sits and just put it back in the way that I see that it comes out. And hopefully it works. But yeah, pretty much what I'm thinking about doing as well is I'm going to take the gearbox off the bell housing and the bell housing off the back of the engine block. I think the top bolts for the bell housing are pretty high up and they're really hard to get to. I noticed that when I was taking the engine and the trans, or taking the engine out of the old auto Falcon that I had, the top bolts for the trans were really hard to get to, so I think that's the best way of doing it. So just going to wing it and see how we go. Everything here that we do is pretty much just goes full steam ahead and hopefully it works out. So that's what we're doing tonight. I don't know if the boys that are coming have ever done the clutch before. Maybe Stel has, I don't think Jake has, so we'll see how we go, but I'm pretty sure 3 wogs can figure out how to put a clutch in. So it's going to be a laugh. We're going to have a few beers, have some food, and see how we go. I'm just going to say this is spicy. Look at that, that's beautiful. Oof. Up we go. Alright, so car's up on the hoist. First thing we're going to do is we're going to take out the tail shaft. So I'm just going to take, there's 4 bolts from the tail shaft onto the diff. So take those 4 bolts out and then slide the tail shaft out from the back of the gearbox. Alright. The tail shafts out, like I said, these were 19mm bolts, so 4 19mm bolts holding the back of the yoke here onto the front of the diff, and then this side here, that just slides into the gearbox. So obviously when you get the bolts out, you drop the back of the where you've taken those bolts out, and you just slide the tail shaft off. Alright, so there was a few wires which I've already disconnected. There was like the lever here for the clutch cable, which I've just released. Basically I pushed the clutch fork here all the way in, got the cable out and slid it that way. So I'm pretty sure I've got wiring and cables and stuff disconnected. I'm just going to drop the back of the gearbox here. That way I can just check up top if there's anything connected up top before I start undoing the gearbox from the bell housing. Just to mention as well, I did, before I even started recording the video, I was inside the car before I got up on the hoist, and I did remove the shifter boot and the bolt holding the boot in as well. So up top that should be all done. Just released these were 13mm nuts, bolts, sorry, which I've just undone. I can now see if there's anything still connected up here, which I don't think there is not, so that's all good. I just wanted to check that cable there to see if it was connected, but it just runs from the back here over the top, and then it was plugged in on this side, so that's all good. I can now actually start undoing the gearbox to the bell housing now. Alright, so I'm pretty much at the point where this is starting to slide out. What I've done is I've just got a few crates here, a few zip ties just holding it all together. That way, if one of the crates does slip, it's not going to fall off. I've got room under here where I can actually start wiggling, and I think this here should just sort of slide out from the bell housing, hopefully. Hope I don't damage anything in the meantime, but we'll see how we go.
So how long does it, like, how long should it take you to do something? And then because you record everything, how long does it take you?
Alright, so gearbox is out, like I said. Bell housing is still in. Jake has arrived. Don't mind Jake. Jake's the sort of person that he just likes looking at things and asking questions. And I don't have the answers for him on this sort of stuff because I've never done this before. But yeah, you'll see Jake throughout the video just looking at things and not getting his hands dirty. So yeah, we're up to the stage of now getting the bell housing off. So I think I don't even know how many bolts there are. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I think 5 bolts. So get the 5 bolts around the bell housing out, and then we can actually see the clutch once we get that off. Alright, so bell housing's off, got the clutch fork off. Jake's here analysing things again. So now we can see the clutch. Now obviously the reason why I took the gearbox off the bell housing first and the bell housing off the back of the block is because you can see those 3 bolts right up there. If you actually look from underneath the car, see how there's like that hump and ridge in the floor pan? It's really hard to get a socket in there. So that's the reason why I took it apart like that. But yeah, pretty much now I think what we're just going to do is start taking out all these bolts around the back of the clutch here and remove the clutch. Oh. Big Jake on the tools.
On the tools, mate, on the tools.
Give her a few little wiggles, I think. There we go. Oh. It's alright, we don't need we don't need it. Stelios here. The church music is going on, the Greek church music. And now we've obviously got the flywheel. So get these bolts out from the flywheel and clutch sub. Actually, we don't need to take the flywheel off. Here he is.
What's happening?
The church music's rocked up.
Michigan man.
So this is the old clutch and it looks like it got fairly good use, I think.
Where's the blue bin?
Jake analysing the new one.
Throw that thing in the bin.
Clutch time.
I said like that.
Yeah, so that's gearbox. No. Yeah.
So we're sitting here trying to work out which way this sits in, and then if you actually read it, it actually says gearbox side. So well done, Stel. Point for you. Because yeah, when Jake was sort of wiggling all the clutch and stuff off, everything just fell on the ground, so you couldn't really see what went where. Very helpful. One for you, one for me. One for me, one for you. So, if you know what I'm doing right now, it's because you've probably done this before, but we've got a spigot bearing back here, which we're replacing, and I don't have a tool to do it, so we're just using the good old bread trick. So that's good bread, nice and fresh. You just get a bit toasted on the exhaust there. Can you see? bread in there as it starts coming out a little bit.
Back on the exhaust so it can toast up a little bit.
So you can hear that last tap, how it bottomed out. Put some more bread in there. And I reckon this should be it. I reckon we got it this time round. No, we don't need any more. That should be plenty.
And there it is.
So yeah, that's our spigot bearing. So now we just got to get all the bread out of that and tap in our new one. How's the analysing going?
Good, man. Good.
Let's give that a good blowout now and get rid of that bread, and we can obviously just wipe down all the flywheel.
Police search warrant.
Oh.
And
Hey!
here's the other one.
There he is.
Go ahead.
Have to bend these clutches in.
I don't know. Alright, so we've just obviously test fitted this here. The dowels, there's 3 dowels that sit around the outside here that we sort of had to just muck around to get it to fit nicely. It fits in nicely now, so whack the plate in. And then put the locating pin through. Alright. Now we'll get it to look nice and we'll locate it nice and evenly. You just want to grab that that pin and sort of make sure that it's going to hold while I locate this here on.
I'm in with the pin.
Oh, are you in?
I'm in.
Oh. Is that all in?
Get the hammer.
The dowels are in, so we just got to nip it up. Now, I don't know, are you recording? I don't know if there's meant to be a torque setting for this, but that's about right. That's right, let it go.
She's in.
We should
Pull
just
her out.
be able to move that and...
Like brand new.
Wait. Hiya. You like that, Daddy? Alright. I'll just nip them up.
Club Reggio is 25 years, not 30.
What's that?
Australia. Club Reggio is 25 years, not 30.
Stop buying it,
Hey, well, how was the year? How was the Falcon?
No. Alright, so we're getting there. Clutch is in, bell housing is back on. Got the gearbox sitting here. We're going to just do the good old shoulder trick. Just throw it up on the shoulder, whack a couple of bolts in it, and away you go. Oh, okay.
Hang on.
Is that in?
Hang on, guys. You're hitting the thing. All right.
Push it up.
Okay, you're not going to get it in because this has to go. Yeah, there we go.
That's it.
That's it. Just nip it up, don't get it out. That's it.
Straight up crossing. Are you recording? I don't know.
You might have to edit that, eh?
I'll put one down here.
many Greeks does it take to change a gearbox? Mike?
Loosen this.
No, where's the socket? You got a socket?
Fuck you, my.
Where's the tail shaft bolts there?
In over there to your left.
To your left, to your left.
One more.
Yeah, have you seen the floor up there?
Yeah.
I actually had one of the old owners that owned this car like 5 years ago. He mentioned it to me. He's like, "Oh, have a look at the floor plan underneath."
You know the other one?
Ayos facilis, gente. Yes. Yes, I do remember that.
You
know-
and it just keeps going. It goes from the gata,
You know
from the
what?
gata, the skilo,
You know
then after the skilo is the xilo, right? And then the xilo comes the furno, because the furno έκαψε το ξύλο, που έδερε το σκύλο, που έφαγε τη γάτα, που φάγε το πόντικο, που φάγε το
You know,
There she is, boys. All back together. Hopefully it works. Great success.
Great success.
Alright, so the car's back in the air. I sort of got my arm twisted to go for a drive, and lucky I got my arm twisted because we came to a conclusion that we watched back on the videos because the clutch was grinding when I went to go put it into gear and obviously drive, and yeah, it was grinding. We looked back on the videos and we actually got the clutch plate the wrong way around, so gearbox is coming back out. So Friday night, boys' night, we finally got the clutch in. I just want to thank you Stel, for all your great input. Thank you for analysing everything, and thank you for talking shit all night. So that pretty much took about 40 minutes to take the trans back out and flip the clutch around. We took it for a test drive. Drive's killer, so we're happy. And now we're going to finish off the video with a cheers. See you on the next one.